Okay guys, this is a spoiler video for Persona 5 Royal. I promised it in the last video. It's in the title, it's in the description. This is a spoiler video for Persona 5 Royal. There will be spoilers, so this is a spoiler alert. Okay, so getting started. Okay guys, that's great. Thank you so much. That's all we need for the spoiler alert. That's all we need. Please, can we stop? That's good. Thank you so much. You guys are great. Okay, so really, that's kind of rude, guys. Really, we can do. Come on. Please, can we please go back to the video? Thank you. Okay, I'm just gonna come right out and say it. Dr. Takudo Maruki is my new favorite character in the entire Persona 5 world. Done. I said it. In my last video, I talked about how you can completely miss out on the extra semester of story content if you don't level up a certain character, and I wasn't bullshitting. You need to get your relationship with Dr. Maruki completely maxed out by his final day as your guidance counselor, or you'll miss out on a slew of amazing story content at the end of the game. Okay, so I just looked it up, and you need to get to a rank 9 relationship with Maruki before November 17th in order to get your rank 10 conversation with him and access to the extra story content. Also, if you want the true ending, you need to max out your relationship with Akechi and Kasumi as well, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, Dr. Maruki, he's my favorite. And the man made me tear up on more than one occasion. This guy has had life beat him down time and time again, and rather than allowing that make him bitter, as it would with most people, myself included, when life extends Maruki the slightest olive branch in the form of his reality warping powers, he instead decides to use it to make a better world, free of pain and suffering. For all intents and purposes, he should be on the same side as Joker and the rest of his Phantom Thieves. What he's looking to do isn't bad in the strictest sense. He's a guidance counselor, and he's looking to guide people to their ideal realities. So what makes this also tragic? Well, Maruki's the new final boss of the last stretch of the game. He's the new villain, your new final hurdle to surpass. And he's a damn good villain too, because as the player, as the one who's taken the time to get to know him through the duration of the story, I genuinely didn't want to fight him and felt sad that I had to. And this isn't like spoilers for The Last of Us Part 2. This isn't like playing as Gabby or Abby, whatever, when you're trying to kill Ellie and Dina. No, that was some horseshit that I wanted no part of. Maruki, on the other hand, was and is a good man whose vision just sadly clashed with that of Joker and the rest of the Phantom Thieves. Maruki could have easily been corrupted by the power he had at his disposal, as with Haru's father Okumura or Masayoshi Shido. Fuck Shido. Hate him. He's the absolute worst. Shido. Or he could have also easily forced the world to submit to his altered vision of reality, like the previous final boss, Yaldabaoth, the god of control, Yaldabaoth, with Yalda need to come up with a better name, man. Shit. But the game recognizes that as the gamer, we've already dealt with villains like that, and it refreshingly sets Maruki apart. Maruki's cross to bear is that he becomes unconsciously blinded by his power, using it to change and alter people's perceptions of the reality to give them the illusion of happiness and emotional stability, all the while failing to acknowledge or even running away from the emotional baggage and trauma that he's sustained. So as you go through Maruki's palace, you stumble across these rooms that contain flashbacks from his past. And damn, man, Maruki's been through some tough shit. Maruki loses the love of his life due to the faults of his blossoming powers. Before Maruki even gets his powers, Rumi, the love of his life, his girlfriend at the time, she ends up in a catatonic state, out of depression, surrounding the death of her parents in a robbery. Rumi is left bedridden as a result of being emotionally and mentally crippled by the death of her parents, and she begs Maruki to help her forget the accident, which at the point of her asking him, he's able to do. Only problem was, in altering her memory of the fateful accident, Rumi also forgets all the memories she had of Maruki. The love they had shared and built with one another was gone like that. I can only imagine this being similar to anyone who's supporting a loved one dealing with Alzheimer's or dementia. Something I hope I never have to witness. On top of this, Maruki's research into cognitive science gets effectively shut down as he can't get any funding due to manipulations by Shido. Shido. More like Fuckface McGee, as I'd like to call him. Piece of shit. Dickbag McAsshole even then goes on to start his own research team with Futaba's late mother as a member. Well, we all know how that goes. Damn it. Suffice to say, reality hasn't been all too kind to Maruki. Why else is Maruki such a great character in my mind? Well, he makes some deep, compelling, and thought-provoking arguments. Say you're faced with two doors, and behind door number one is reality as we know it, where you can take an active role in achieving your happiness in a world that is overwhelmingly not fair. Behind door number two, a world where all your desires are realized. Dream job? Got it. Dream home, dream relationship? Check and check. Here's a doozy for you. Friend or family member or film and movie icon who's dead and passed away that you wish was still around? Consider it done. Sounds great, right? Who wouldn't want to go with door number two? Only catch. Well, that dream job, home, relationship, well, you can't really recall how you got them to begin with. Loved one back from the grave? Well, they were never really dead to begin with, weren't they? Basically, something feels unspeakably off about the world behind door number two. And that's as a result of someone else pulling the strings behind the events that take place in the world and in your mind. You are not in the driver's seat of your own reality. Maruki is. With that said, how many of you could say you wouldn't be the least bit tempted by that second world? for what it's worth, even outside the dream job, home, car, relationship aspects of door number 2, speaking seriously, there are some people in my life who are no longer with me that I would love to be able to see once more, to hug once more, to tell them I love them once more. So yeah, I'll admit I struggled slightly with what I would perceive as right in this situation. Would Maruki's reality really be that bad? Even if it wasn't reality, but something closer to a waking dream or an illusion. That's the conundrum Joker is faced with as he tries to rally his teammates to his side and wake them up from the illusions they're all living. Ryuji got his legs back. An got her best friend back. Yusuke got a better version of his mentor, Madarame, someone that he still loves and idolizes. Makoto and Sai, they got their father back. Haru got her father back. Futaba got her mother back. And Morgana gets Pinocchio'd into a human body, something that he always wanted. And you have to be the asshole to tell them that their happiness isn't real, that it's fake. Do you think you'd be able to do that to your friends, knowing what you'd be taking from them? What else makes Maruki a compelling villain? Oh, gosh, I don't know. How about the fact that despite all the power he commands, he still strives to avoid fighting you? Maruki could easily create a reality where Joker and his teammates do not exist, effectively Thanos snapping you out of existence, and yet he instead attempts again and again to try and win you over and to see things his way, to see and witness the benefits of the world he's created. You know, like a world where Akechi is alive, you know, as opposed to reality where he's not. Yeah. That twist fucked me up a little bit. I wasn't particularly fond of Akechi, but when he turned up again, I thought it was just because he's a badass and he escaped Shido's palace. To find out that he not only didn't survive, but was actually brought back to life by Maruki, and that you'd effectively be killing him again by fighting Maruki and stopping this world that he's created, is a tough pill to swallow. And just to reiterate, what's more, Maruki doesn't want to fight you. And I don't mean he's scared and secretly a wuss. No, Maruki knows that he's going to have to fight you, but still gives you opportunity after opportunity to see how his actions are just. And even when you do end up fighting him, he seems resigned to it. This is where the final battle theme song of Persona 5 Royal is so fucking genius. It's called Throw Away Your Mask. And first off, it's a banger of a song, but also once you go back and listen to the lyrics, the first thing you realize is, holy shit, it's coming entirely from Maruki's point of view. And then, if you're like me and you obsess over how good the song is, you realize over time, oh, holy shit, the lyrics are actually coming from both Maruki as well as Joker and the Phantom Thieves' point of view, which is in fuckity sane. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm doing it. Music, tangent mode initiated. We're doing this, I'm breaking it down. Okay, so let's start with the verses, okay? So first verse goes, you knew that I held my faith in. It never seems to see the light of day. Shadow is where my mind's facing, or where my mind's space is. It's debatable, because people tend to be sensitive to the new ways, but it doesn't have to be like this. Okay, so in my interpretation of the lyrics, this is Maruki telling Joker and the Phantom Thieves about how it's impossible for him not to be in a dark place, living in a reality that suffocates and stifles ideas that are deemed too extreme for society. But he can change that. From the Phantom Thieves' perspectives, they're agreeing that there are suffocating aspects to reality, which is why they choose to operate from the shadows, because society would destroy them if they knew who they actually were. However, from their vantage point, this is a plea to Maruki, saying they still believe in reality and that he doesn't have to remake it to achieve his goals. Next verse. You don't need to make a wrong turn. It just requires guidance from above. We don't need to have this conflict, because I can take you to a place of delight. Give peace of mind to the whole world. Okay, well, this is the most on-the-nose part for Maruki. He's basically telling the Phantom Thieves that we don't have to have this conflict. We don't have to have this struggle. This conflict of ideals doesn't need to happen. They don't need to struggle against society anymore. He can give them whatever they desire and make the world an ideal place to live in. All they have to do is submit and accept his reality. From the Phantom Thieves' point of view, they're effectively telling Maruki that it's not too late for him to turn everything around. They know that he's still a good person and that he can achieve his dreams without having to use powers to do it. And in choosing to do so, he would effectively be giving everyone in the world back their peace of mind. Essentially, their ability to make their own decisions. So when we look to the chorus, it goes, don't sleep through dreams that can come true. God damn, I want to freaking sing this. Anyways, don't sleep through dreams that can come true. No more tears shall drop from your cheeks anymore. You won't need to strive for greatness. Believe in me, that you don't need to suffer from anything. I mean, from Maruki's point of view, that's pretty cut and dry. He's effectively telling the Phantom Thieves that they don't have to live with their pain anymore. They can be happy. Just believe in him and the world that he's trying to create. On the flip side, the Phantom Thieves are saying that Maruki doesn't have to create another world and that he can make his dreams come true in the real world. They know that Maruki's been through a lot because they've seen the flashbacks, but they're asking him still to take a leap of faith, let go of his pain, and give reality another shot. Okay, finally, there's the bridge. And I saved the bridge for last because I think it's the most touching part of the whole goddamn song. It goes, you can throw your mask away. No more pretending. You've been tied down for the longest of the time. It's the translation. Be free. You deserve better. You should forever be. ... Here, Maruki's offering Joker and the Phantom Thieves another chance to no longer have to be behind their masks in order to achieve their goals and change society for the better. He recognizes how long they've been fighting, and is saying that in his world they could lead perfectly happy lives, free from the injustice that's affected all of them. What makes this part of the song in particular freaking genius is that the Phantom Thieves are basically saying the same thing. They're saying, hey man, let's stop this. We know you're a good person, but you're stuck hanging on to the injustice of your past. Just let it go. You deserve to have that weight off your shoulders. Come with us, please. Damn, man, that's a good fucking song. And that's a song for the final freaking boss of the game. It sure doesn't sound like a final boss theme song, but it is. Throw away your mask. You should listen to it. It's great. This whole sequence of the final boss fight is just so good because it's effectively Maruki versus Joker and the Phantom Thieves. Neither party really wanting to fight each other, but neither willing to back down either. And even after you win, and Maruki's world is literally crumbling around him as both his and your power fade, Joker and Maruki have this moment where they're both just exhausted and spent, and Maruki's finally coming to terms with the fact that he's lost. And he finally asks Joker for help, to help him get rid of all of his regrets. And then the two of them exchange blows and just beat the shit out of each other. It's great. It's a great fucking game. You should play it. And even then, after he's lost that fight, Maruki is willing to straight up die rather than go back and face reality again, as he pretty much almost falls to his death in this beautiful moment. He begs Joker to let him go, and as Joker catches him and rescues him and refuses to let go. God damn, this game is so fucking good. And also, if you max out your relationship with Maruki and Akechi and Kasumi, and you get the true ending, if you pay attention after the credits, it's possible. It's possible that Akechi may possibly still not be dead. Maybe. Oh, and also Kasumi isn't really Kasumi, and that whole reveal was gut-wrenching and kicked my weepy little ass, but I mean, I have to leave some stuff spoiler-free. Come on. Well, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I love Persona 5 Royal. I think it's one of the best JRPGs ever and is my personal favorite. And now you know some of the reasons why. Thank you so much for everyone who watched this and hopefully stuck through the whole thing. And if you haven't played the game yet, well, hopefully I haven't spoiled your desire to, and have rather inspired and left you intrigued to play the game. There are some crazy twists in the part of the game that comes before the expanded storyline that came out in the original Persona 5, but they still hold up to this day. With that though, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. What do you think of Persona 5 Royal? If you like what you've seen today, I have made a few other videos as well. My previous video on Persona 5 Royal was a little bit more wild than this one. There's a song in there. My guinea pig makes an appearance at one point. So if this brought you guys down a little bit, give that a look-see. As far as what's next, I'm so close to finishing Final Fantasy VII Remake, which is another great game. I can't wait to talk about it. I have lots to say, but I keep getting distracted by Ghost of Tsushima, which is another very good game. I have so much to say about both of them, so keep your eyes peeled for videos on those 2 games in the coming weeks. With that though, guys, have a good day. Talk to you later. Ciao.